Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. This is going to be for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus. This is going to be for Libra through Pisces. These are the last 6 of the Zodiac. This is your weekend reading, guys. So hopefully it helps, hopefully it resonates. Cross-watcher, if that's you, welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages accordingly. Don't force things to fit, plain and simple. Pisces, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, your reads will be out for February over the weekend. So I was hoping to get those done last weekend, and it's just been a crazy week. So please bear with me, and thank you for your patience and understanding. For those of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, and commented, thank you so very, very much for your love and support of the channel. And if you're interested in personal reads, that information can be found in the description box below and the About section of the page. So that's that. All right, Libra, let's jump into your reading. All right, Libra, let's see what y'all got going on this weekend, February 2nd through the 4th. And if you have other placements, Aries through Virgo's video is also, should be up before this one gets out, so you can also check your other placements for the weekend there, okay? All right, Libra. Libra, 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 Libra. What's going on? I just heard aha. Aha. All right, Spirit. What's going on for Libra this weekend? Wishing and message. Libra, it's like there's a longing for something here for you this weekend. I'm not sure. It's kind of like it's just wishing things were different. It could be reflection and just wishing that things had been different, were different. But Spirit is saying, what is the cause of it though? Like, what has brought you to this moment that says, I wish things were different? Oath. High Priestess of Water. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Does not have to be. Or you could just be really, really, really in your emotions and going, I heard from Spirit, this is my personal truth. Libra, there's a want of, like, and when I say fight, I don't mean like put on the boxing gloves and go out and whoop some butt, right? Like, this is an emotionally charged energy out of a space of sorrow that's coming in. Going, it's almost like wanting to take control of your life, but doing it solely because there's some kind of anger or pain or disappointment that sits in there. So it's like over the weekend, pay attention to your gut health too, Spirit is saying. Side note, sidebar, right? You're just like, well, this is the way it's going to be. This is the way that it has to be. And I think this came out in your weekly this week, a little bit of a sense of denial about something. I think that was you. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. 4-4. I think you're looking at your foundations, and I also think that you're looking at somebody else's foundations. Okay. And you're trying to navigate your way around the outcome of a situation. Like I said, wishing or hoping that things were different. It's like, how can I create different consequences? How can I change this? There's a lot of an internal power struggle going on within you this weekend, Libra. And I think that you might see this. This isn't just a weekend thing. I feel like if you have downtime this weekend, that's where your thoughts and your emotions primarily are heading. And that's what you're feeling is like, I've got to take control of the situation somehow. I've got to do X, Y, and Z. I have to speak. I have to act. I'm going to show myself to be this particular person or way. Oh boy. Libra, I think I've seen Taurus come out for you heavy for some reason, if I remember right, or on and off. Or Taurus could have been dealing with you guys. I don't know. Taurus, sisterhood, and then patience. I feel like, Libra, you could have some support around you. I'm going to say if you're however you identify, male, female, them, they, that those are the people that are kind of coming around you as well. And I think they're trying to be patient with you, going, well, think about it this way or look at it that way. But I will also say to you, be mindful of people who support you but have a very fixed opinion on this is the only way to see this. Because when you think outside of the box, there's healing that happens with this Patience and Blue Snowball card. You've got 4, 4, 4, and 2. A lot of blue. I can't help but feel, Libra, like you're angry. Your emotions are unsettled. And you want to get to the other side of whatever this is. But I forget who I told in the other weekend reads, it doesn't happen overnight. It might have been Cancer. Could be dealing with a Cancer. It doesn't change overnight. You've got yourself into a position somewhere with these consequences that have led you to this moment. And now you have to deal with that. It's part of your growth. It's part of your journey. It's part of the healing work that you need to do. You can't rush through it. But I feel like there's something around the energy of like something you know needs to come to an end totally, and it's like you're trying to process it. It's a big closeout. So adjacent possibilities, I said you've got to think outside of the box. Like there's this idea of it being one way. As I said, be careful of people who support that, because there's more than one way. Doors to personal healing and happiness. Angel of love, woman holding heart. The temple path, a man holding heart. You do have a divine counterpart. That could be the person that's assisting you and trying to let you see the lighter side of things. But here, Libra, I'm going to say this to you. I don't care, and I say this lovingly, I don't care what kind of support you have. It's like watching our kids go through pain that we can't stop, but we know that that's part of their lesson and it's something that they have to learn. We have no control over it. We can just be there and love them and support them. We can't change it for them. And that's kind of the same energy as like, no matter how much love and support you have around you, your thoughts and your feelings are running the show. And you're like, well, if that, and there could be some regrets. If I would have done this differently, then we wouldn't be here, or this wouldn't be happening now, and I wouldn't have to deal with this, or whatever it is. Like there could be some real big internal realizations that are happening that create, it's like you're in your own little bubble dealing with all of these things and you don't know what to do with them. And I do think that there are people around who are trying to uplift you, trying to help you create a balance, trying to pick you up. But you have to do the work through this. Nobody else can do it for you. And I know that with this, like, you really want to be happy. You really want to turn the page. And not saying that you can't be happy while you're dealing with this, because you can be. It's going to be what you make of it. Spirit is saying from now until September, expect high and low points with your emotions and the thought process. It's going to be the inevitable, but it's part of getting you to open up to a new way of living, okay? Page of Swords with this adjacent possibilities. You could be reading, researching. Be careful about your communication. Like the Queen of Swords, she speaks her truth, but as I said about your emotions, like you may need to cap these off for a little while. You need to get out of your emotions and start to think about why, and that may be the ahas that Spirit had brought up, because now it's like, why have I done things the way I have? You know, where did that come from? Why did I decide that that was the best way? Why did I not see it in another set of eyes? And that's what I mean. If you're dealing with someone who says, well, this is the only way though, and they're totally supportive of that narrative, be mindful of that, okay? What is this anxiety? The Strength card, Leo energy there, and then the Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Libra, something certainly didn't work out the way you wanted it to. This could stem back to last year, last Leo season specifically. And there's just this great desire to want to return to heart and home is what I'm hearing. I think your heart and home looks very different than what you thought it was going to look like. And now it's like getting real. Like she can't see through this one, but she can see through that one. There's some type of transparency, and I feel like you're fighting the reality versus the expectation of a situation. Okay? What is the advice for Libra Spirit? Partying comes out in the reverse. So yeah, you're very much in your isolated energy right now. I think communication with others is limited. Healthy choices, self-love, self-care, being happy, your love and life. This is about you learning about your choices, the consequences of those choices, right? Teddy bear, someone's interested in you. Like they're trying to support you. They really are. This is all part, and it came out face down, but I'm going to take it anyhow. This is a part of the ascension process. This is for you to learn and expand for a new phase of life. And it says not today. Boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing and still upset. You're going to work this at your own pace, Libra. There is no great timeline for how quickly things happen. Like you look at like the grieving process as an example. Some people will grieve quickly, others grieve for years, sometimes an entire lifetime. There is no right or wrong way, but all you can do is navigate as it comes in and hold faith into something greater than you that's going to help assist you. When you start making different choices and changing the way you were doing things, that's when happiness comes in. You cannot continue to vibrate where you were and expect anything to be different. There's also been some deception around some truth. So whether that was coming from you or somebody else, Libra, the deception around the truth is playing a role in this, and this could be you. I'm going to be honest with you, Libra. I feel like it's both sides of a situation. In some way, both sides of a situation. You're going to have to let go of the fear and just, it's easy for me to say, just move on with life. But you're going to have to work through the healing processes and address the emotions as they come up so that they don't overtake everything else. Like you can still be happy and still be healing. Like experience life. All right, Scorpio. Scorps, what's going on, guys? I hope you're doing well and fantastic. I just want to say, I think it's 17,000 views your video is up to. Like that to me is just astounding. 17,000 people took the time to watch me. So I appreciate every single one of you. I'm humbled by your love and support. You guys are amazing. All right, Scorpio. February 2nd through the 4th. This is way too many. We're going to throw those back in there. What is going on for Scorpio? Oath. Listen, you guys are getting down to work. But work hard, play hard, Scorpio. Oath and playful. Yes, dedicate yourself to the things that are going to make you happy. Don't forget to take a moment to breathe. I know, we are really good at using work as a distraction. Wait, you guys have so much going on. You got, I'm going to say 3 different situations happening, Spirit is saying, in your life. And I feel like you're going to have to look at each one very separate. So you could feel like an octopus right now, arms out in every direction, taking care of a little bit of this, taking care of a little bit of that. And that's okay. That's all right. Growth, but don't forget self-care. But I also feel like, Scorpio, when it comes to particular partnerships or situations as well, you are, you're focused on you. You're focused on doing what Scorps needs to do for Scorps. Like your boundaries are at an all-time high. Let me say, forbidden and trapped with the Strength card, like they are ironclad, and your focus and your integrity, you're focused on you. And Spirit said getting that bag, like you are focused on what it is. And I'm going to say your energy is contagious. with these little moons that are floating out and about in this, where your burning seated desires are coming from, the way you're doing it, it's protected. Like, you're protecting your energy. And then, like, as you do good, like, you could have all these little, like, rockets firing off. So where you're doing good and people see that, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, look at Scorpio, right? So it's like whatever vibration you're letting off is pulsating. It's creating that ripple effect out in the world, which is a good thing. But I also feel like, again, you've got a lot of different things going on right now. So this weekend, pay attention to those threes or three different situations. Consistency. You're Scorpio, you're putting the time, the energy, the effort, and work into things. Some of you could be really connecting with pets and or children right now. Get back to your sense of innocence and enjoy life for what it is. Healing, sacrifice, and courage. Scorpio, it's amazing to me to watch the work that you guys have put in and how, like, you're not even, like, I don't want to call it, like, fired up, amped up, ready to go. It's just, like, doing the dirty work to get things done and finding the strength and the fortitude to keep moving forward. Sacrifice, number 13. That's the energy of the death card. Healing. 20, it's judgment. Like, I feel like you're reaping some, I hate to call it like rewards, but whatever you've put in, you're getting it back now, Scorpio. And I feel like this weekend you're very focused on that. You're achieving things. You're staying consistent in what it is you're working on. And it's bringing it's star energy there. It's bringing in your wish fulfillment and healing. Like, you just keep plugging away at it and keep going. Like, it's a very simple message for you. Financial constraints and walking away. Anything that leaves you feeling broken, anything that leaves you feeling without. The sword is up. Like, you're emitting power and control over your own life. Be careful though, because I've said it more times lately than I'd like to. Not everybody wants that for you. So I think you're kind of on your toes with a situation of one of these three situations that says, like, listen, I got shit to do. You're not getting in my way, and you're walking away from anything that's causing turmoil or making you feel less than. Two cards are flying everywhere for you guys. So you're just like, go ahead, try me. Don't go there. Like, you've got a plan around probably your finances and your stability, Scorpio, to be completely independent of any, I'm going to call it assistance, help, reliance. It's just a very strong, independent energy where you're forging the path forward for yourself. And you're used to the vultures. You're used to those vultures in your life, and you're not going there. You're manifesting your way via working, collaborating with other people to, clean up your finances, clean up your security, clean up your stability. If you're working really hard at what it is that you're doing, you're focused. It's head down. Like, it's head down and just focused on what you need to do. And how else are you going to get somewhere but to put in the hard work? There you are. Look at this. King of Cups, the Star, the Six of Wands, the Death and the Rebirth card. I said the Star, Scorpio, the Death energy. King of Cups, there you are. Six of Wands, success and victory. That is your focus. It is, I am emotionally stable. I'm finding my emotional fulfillment. I am going to rise. And you are. You truly, truly are. And this weekend, I feel like you're just really working on that. Look at this. 2 cards of leaving situations. 6 of Swords. And then walking away. 10 of Cups. Your ultimate fulfillment. Holding on to what it is that you have. Be careful of spending. Don't get too... what I'm saying? Like, don't... Be responsible with your money, but don't be stupid either. But I think you know that. I feel like you're working on those things. So whatever it is in finances, you're making a positive movement to create happiness from situations. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love, grounding, stability, security, performance, growth, and endurance. I just said your growth and, your stability, right? Your security. There it is. I think you're nurturing it. I don't know that, I wouldn't say other people are coming in for you in the sense of like love and partnerships. I think you're just securing it for yourself. Hiccups. Soulmate, soul connection, partnership, soul contracts, life partner. You've got people watching you, Scorpio, and there's the coffin, same thing. I've seen this for you. People sit back and watch you. Grounding. How are you? Same card that was on the split. You could have somebody around you right now that's just not coming forward about how they feel about you. Some people, it's almost like people are in disbelief. There's the death card again. About how can you be so happy? Like, there's something about that. Like, the people that you've cut off in the past, Scorpio, like, they don't get it. Like, how can you have lemons and be happy? Well, Scorpio turned lemons into lemonade, right? It's like you're alchemizing. So it's funny because you're taking maybe horrible situations and using them to your benefit. And other people, you know, may not be capable of that or may not want to do that or may not understand that. And you're just like, yeah, well, this is how you do. It's like, what's that, Montel Jordan? This is how we do it. Like, is that early 90s right there? But that's the thing. That's how it's working out for you. So, all right. Saggy. What y'all got going on this weekend? Sagittarius. Cycles. Again. Obedience. Sag, you're having a hard time playing by the rules. It's like you get on the wagon, you get off the wagon. You get on the wagon, you fall off the wagon. Reminder and confidence. You have got to believe in you. There ain't nobody else that can instill the faith that requires you to have in yourself in order to make headway in life. And it's like, it's staggering. It's like, you know, she's standing up here on this box. That's her stability. It's this big. And you may feel like you're trying to balance and juggle 1,000 different things. But then all of a sudden your leg gives out and you're toppled over off that box. Get back up, try it again. This could be, I'm going to say, it's January typically, right? People, new year, new me. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to be in bed by 9 o'clock. I'm going to do all these wonderful things. And then 2 weeks in, it's 2 a.m. We've had a whole New York style cheesecake. We've spent too much money. We went to the bar again. Like, whatever it is. And you're exhausting yourself. You really are. Something's got to change here, Sag. Oh, and look what joins us. Fear. I just said you got to change. And I was going to just throw these back into the deck. And Spirit's like, nope, flip them over. I said, something's got to change. And look what came out of there. Change. Ingenuity. Look, this fear that you're dealing with, like, are you fearful of being successful? Are you fearful of being happy? Or are you fearful because you don't know what sits on the other side of this for you? Like, what is it? You have to get straight with yourself about your way of thinking, the way, if everything you've ever done is not working, it's insanity. It is the definition of insanity. And the only person that's got the power to change this is you. You have to be the one to make those changes. And there's just so much. It's like, well, if I do this, it's almost like once you start something, like a wave of emotion comes in and just scares the living daylights out of you. And you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this. This is crazy. Like I'm going to give into this impulse or this moment or this whatever. And it just keeps going and going. And it's like you stop it and then you start it up again and you stop it. Like there's a great need here for self-discipline, Spirit is saying. Okay. Need to practice the self-discipline. Hostilities. Whatever you're dealing with, Sag, you get, how do I put this without being a jerk? You might get a little mean. You know, it would be like being hangry, right? Like, I haven't had enough food or sleep. Now I'm just mad. Look, this way of being, is causing internal storms. And I don't really feel like it's causing external storms as much as, but people see it. Whether you know it or not, people are seeing it. And your pain of why you do what you do is being illuminated to you and to somebody else. Broken heart in the sun. Breaks down to it. P.S. 91, right? Which is a 10. What sits behind it? Another 10. Rest and rejuvenation. 7th chakra. 5. You have another 10 sitting here as well. 10, 10, 10. Sad, you got a big old crack in the heart space that needs to be healed. And your fear sits within your self-confidence, your pride, your ego. Like, that's where this is all stemming from. Control, trying to hang on to that for yourself. It's like there's this little, like, parasite inside of you that continues to feed off of this fear. I think that when it comes to the outside worlds, you know, you tend to push love away because of it. Healing needs to take place. Don't see it as a bad thing. See it as a challenge to integrate really wonderful parts of yourself, to do things in an amazing sense, in an amazing sense. It's like you fight off love. There's like, I don't want to feel my emotions. I don't want to deal with my emotions, but they creep up, and you look at this water and this whale thing that's coming up, this prehistoric looking thing. This is history repeating itself because you've lived in this fear for so long. You wanted it to be different, but you didn't change what it was you were doing. What it leads to is you feeling left out, neglected, abandoned, without, you know, not having enough, or not feeling like you are enough in this case. That self-confidence, the self-worth, the self-love, the self-value. Why do you think you're not worthy? Who taught you you weren't worthy? Because I feel like right now that's the height of this energy, is that's what you need to examine. What is it that makes you feel bad, so you can start to understand what makes you feel good? Advice. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, and epiphany, transformation. Sag, I think I even said to you guys, death and twin flame. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, and you got King of Cups here too, so Leo energy as well. Leo and Scorpio showing up together. Who would have thought? Somebody, and I said to you, I think the beginning of the week, there could have been some information or news coming in that you may or may not have gotten yet that is revealing something about this that creates this fear. That, I don't want to say creates it, but you're allowing that information to feed that fear. Someone is reflecting something back to you. They may see something that you don't, and their words are the thing that are giving you a reason to go and do introspection. But then, now what do I do with that? And giving, receiving, fairness, love, affection, return, blowing a kiss, unconditional love. I do feel like you feel as if something or someone is closing out of your life, and you're using that as an excuse to not do better. I'm going to be straight with you guys. I'm not here to sugarcoat something. If I upset you by being straight with you, sorry, not sorry. But don't use things that don't work out the way you hope they would as an excuse to not make any forward movement for yourself, because that's an issue with self-confidence and self-worth. Is you don't do it for somebody else, you do it for you because you are genuinely worthy of it. And if you're relying on it for the purpose of somebody else, you're never going to really change. You might for a hot second, but nothing's going to truly change in the long run. All right, Capricorn. 2919. All right, Capricorn, your reading, as I said earlier in the beginning of the video, that will be out over the weekend for February. It's been a crazy week. Risk. Taking a risk in conclusion. I just heard Spirit say, I feel better now that it's all done. Like you took a gamble on something here. Capricorn, let's see. Heard I'm watching out for myself. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I like that. Here's an interesting thing. I feel like, I don't know, this is a bigger example than what I mean, but like if you were training to do, like you decided you were going to run a marathon, and you were training to run a marathon, and you did it. Like now you're like, hey, I can do this. I don't feel like it's that big of a training phase. It's a catalyst, but I don't feel like it's that big of a thing. I mean, I don't want to downplay it. It's big enough that it creates something within you to go, hey, I feel better now. Like whatever this is that you took a chance on, holy Toledo, it's teaching you something about yourself, your own tenacity around something, and how you can do both things, Spirit said. So maybe you guys got a second job and like your first weekend and it's just working out really good, but it's creating self-empowerment. It's teaching you about your desires. It's giving you greater stability. It's creating balance in your life. I feel like you probably feel more connected to Spirit. This could have been an intuitive download that you got the nudge to go try something or do something different. And it's proving to be very beneficial to you. But it's making you feel good. And it's kind of like you're sitting on your little throne going, well, look at me. I did that. It's really a beautiful sense of accomplishment. I like it. I like this very much for you, Capricorn. Like, I'm going to say this is going to be it's straight, like point A to point B. You took a risk. You put in some work into something that was very different than you were used to, something that was outside of your comfort zone, and it's paying off. You're starting to see something change. The dots are connecting. Two of Pentacles coming out pretty much in the reverse, the Tower and the Ten of Swords. I feel like this wasn't a bad Tower moment. I feel like it was a good Tower moment. You just took a leap of faith on something and it's working out. So it's kind of like where you maybe felt like you let yourself down in the past. This is bringing in balance. It says, look, you are capable. So maybe you believed that crappy story about how, you know, well, there's just no way that I could get to this. Like your whole mindset is changing around certain things and you're starting to invest into other things. You're starting to work on new things that maybe you're unfamiliar or whatever. I don't know. Like you're really trying something new. If you're working on something in particular, you got the King of Cups, the Justice, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Cups. A lot of emotions attached to this. But I will say this to you. Be patient because like it makes you feel good. It's creating this balance, but then you go back to this Four of Cups like, now what? I did that, now what? So it's almost like you're starting to seek challenges or something like that going, now what comes next? Take your time through this. It's divine timing is at play to help you build up your confidence, your desires, your creative abilities, whatever you're doing. So just be patient with it. Be very patient with yourself. Advice for Capricorn. I like this. Blowing a kiss, unconditional love, giving, receiving, fairness, love. Yeah, like you're doing things that make you feel better. They're saying Scorpio, Pisces, Libra. Some of you might have went out on a date or something with somebody that you typically would not go out with. And you're like, well, if there is chaser, if you listen, I'll say this side note too. If you've gone out on a date with somebody, you had a good time, they messaged you, and like now you haven't heard from them in like 3 days is what they're giving me, 3-4 days. It's coming. They've been busy. So there might be a little bit of a pause on something like, okay, now what? Now what? Be patient, but whatever it is that you are specifically dealing with, something is transforming. Don't let it bring you down. Like it's good. It's good. And take those risks. Enjoy the rewards. You're learning who you can play with. Okay, I don't know where that came from, but Spirit just said you're learning who you can play with. So, oh yeah, doors to romance. This might be love. It might be love. It might be love. All right, Aquarius. That was simple for Capricorn. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what y'all got going on. That was the most uncomplex reading I've had all day. Fabulous. Aquarius, will you be the same? We will see. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. February 2nd through the 4th, Spirit. What does Aquarius need to know this weekend? Strength. Individuality and the fledging. Stop beating up. Listen, take that strength that you have acquired and put it somewhere positive. Chaos. Don't get off of your grassroots, whatever that means to you. You're going back and forth again, Aquarius, on did I do enough? Have I tried enough? Am I a part of a group? Am I by myself? Stop trying to muscle your way through everything, would you, please? This energy of this back and forth, whether it's with people, yourself, others, it's going to cause a shitstorm this weekend. It's the inevitable here. You can't, it's like pick a direction and go. You can't have it both ways. That is not emotion. Spirit is saying that is not emotional resilience, whatever that means for you. There's too many, and here's the thing, and I've never gotten this with these cards before. There's two people specifically. Two people here do not have a clear direction. There's a little bit of like a misunderstanding. Both sides could be trying to muscle their way through a situation. Somebody's going to have to back down, and it needs to be the both of you, whatever that means for you. It's like, oh, I'm coming in and I'm setting the tone. No. That doesn't work. 13, that's the death card energy. It's a big fat no. You got to be clear about what it is that you're doing, what direction you're dealing with people. You can't, this back and forth here and there, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like mixing too much stuff up in like a mixing bowl and things just exploding. Like things are not alchemically working together. And you're going to have to separate those things. And it might be a sacrifice on you, but it has to be done. Cornucopia and first chakra. It's affecting your happiness and your balance. So it's a rough go here. Threes are going to be very important. You've got 3, 3, 3, and you know it. 7th chakra, rest and rejuvenation, broken heart. 5, 10, and 9 also. Trust your intuition. Like, listen, you need to pay attention to being emotionally triggered this weekend, Aquarius. It's like you've got some kind of knowledge about something to begin with, but it's kind of like you're trying to ignore it, trying to turn away from it. You're going to have to pay attention to that because it's telling you something. There's going to be a change here that needs to occur or is going to occur one way or another. Rest and rejuvenation, Ace of Cups. Pay attention what feels right. Pay attention to what feels good. You got the Ace of Cups and then the broken heart here. What is that about? Pay attention to what feels right rather than what is difficult. And the Fool, you're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to take a gamble. You're going to know that you have to pick a different direction when it comes to a particular situation because you're dealing with somebody who, how do I put this? They lack in the sense of responsibility is what I'm getting from this. They lack in the self of emotional awareness or emotional responsibility, and they think that they can just run shit amok. And when you deal with that energy, and you kind of like go along with it, you become a part of it. It's time to let this go. Okay? It could be somebody trying to muscle between you and somebody else too. With the Strength card, with the individuality and the fledging. Twin flames, yin yang balance, duality, polar opposites. If you're dealing with somebody who is not who you are, but it's like they try to keep you wrapped up in some kind of, look, it's like this. They could very much try to keep you separate from everybody else. They try to keep you for themselves, but they're about as cuddly as a cactus. They could be really mean, and then then it's like they love bomb. They may have some narcissistic tendencies. I'm not saying they are a narcissist, but they could have some tendencies where they play these games to get their way. And then it's almost like they play stupid somehow. Like, you know, but you're going to have to really, sunglasses, you're going to have to pay attention to the behavior. I think you already see it. I think you already know it. But this can only go on for so long. This could be 6 to 9 months, 6 to 9 years that you've watched this happen. Maybe 6 to 9 weeks before somebody's going to do something about this too. Okay, so heads up. But you're watching it play out this weekend, Aquarius. All right, Pisces. 40, 34. All right, Pisces. Let me throw these cards back in the deck. And you are up next. Pisces, your reading will be out. I don't know. We'll see. If I can get it out tonight, I will. If not, it'll be out probably tomorrow evening. My schedule's been crazy and wonky, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's been a couple weeks of some transitions and some changes. As I say that, there's a change card. So, we'll see. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on with you this weekend. February 2nd through the 4th, what does Pisces need to know? Cards are flying. They said keep them. Belonging and movement. Somebody you could actually... Oh, you are leaving something? Talk about change. Belonging, movement. You could be traveling, you could be moving, you could be investing in something else. Emotionally, Pisces, don't be surprised if you have a fight with somebody this weekend. And I hate to say that, but it's like, it's like a love-hate thing. Like, I have so much passion for you and I want you so bad, and for 5 minutes everything is great. Then somebody says the wrong thing and it's like a full-blown war. I mean, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Somebody could be packing their bags. Whether or not it's for good, I don't know. Either way, you're letting some kind of baggage go, even on an internal note as well. This, it's like whatever felt comfortable to you. Oh no, limitless. Whatever this is held you back. This has held you back. Ooh, Pisces, what is this? Pisces, you're diving into some self-care this weekend. It's like even if you are fighting with somebody, could be an Aries or a Sag, it's like you don't even care, which is probably a good thing. You're not stressing out about it that way then. But it is. It's like you just don't even care. You're like, okay, let it burn. Like, let it go. I don't even care right now. Something about this is changing you, and it's moving you. It's getting you ready for your solar return, Pisces. It's getting you ready for this immense change that's happening, this limitless potential that you have that is destined and fated. Definitely check your north and south node. Look at that. North and south node placements. Cornucopia. You're going to be in... I've seen this for you guys on and off, where you are recognizing your potential and then making moves on that potential. And then you kind of take a step back, and it's kind of like you're in and out of it. Woman holding a coin, 5th chakra, throat energy there. You know, someone could just not be very happy with what you're doing. It's kind of like Scorpio's thing, where they don't get it. Doors to romance. And I'm going to tell you, if you're having relationship issues that are significant enough that you're on the verge of packing your bags and heading out, like somebody could almost like try to brainwash you. It's kind of odd, but there it is. Storm warning, isn't it? Yeah, storm. It's like they try to brainwash you to believe that what you have is all you'll ever have, or it's all you'll ever need. There is something so much greater out there for you. And I feel like you've got horses. Horses could be very, very important. You've got those two guys, and then you've got this. It's like the same card almost. Movement and action, right? It's off to the races here. I feel like somebody's trying to stop you in your tracks. But I feel like if you're letting go of this, like they may have changed you for a while, but I feel like you're starting to realize there's more to this than meets the eye. And I just don't see you continuing to deal with this in the long term. Phoenix, coffee cup. I don't know if I said this or not, but if you're starting to exit a situation or you already have gotten out of one, the next person that comes into your world, you got everything you ever needed. Like it's going to ignite some serious change in you. But with the one that you're dealing with right now, they hang on to you because you fulfill something within them. They keep you slated at like this lower than them kind of vibration. It's weird, but and I will also say too, something else Spirit's giving me, if you've met somebody, just even like, I don't know, going out to lunch or something, and you sit at a table and, I don't know, I guess at a bar, because people really don't intermingle at tables with each other at places out, but I don't know, whatever. But you go out and you meet somebody new, like not for the purpose of romance, but you just connect with that person, have a really good conversation with them. I mean, maybe you'll never see them again, but it's like, just the idea of you connecting with anybody besides this one person in your world irritates the hell out of them. And that's the struggle. Like, it's that kind of vibe, right? So just be mindful of that. But I feel like once you wake up to this reality with this person, which I think you are, where they've limited your potential, you're stepping into limitless potential, Pisces. It's good stuff. But I just pay attention to how that unfolds with you meeting somebody and them feeling some kind of way. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Like, share, subscribe, comment, personal readings, description box below, about section of the page, working on the calendar. I got to get the link up for appointments too, to give you some other options. But I'm sending you guys a ton of love. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye.